start again. It's a redskin.
Well, after the last post, and I just uploaded a new video, it had started with like 8 inches of snow, ended up with about 14. Ended up pulling out my ATV with the snowplow and pushed a lot of this stuff out of the way, because if I don't do that, then it melts and it turns into this really muddy goop. And so I did that, but as you can see, there is about 2 feet of snow on either side. So I'm gonna have to go with it, get a shovel, and kind of just move all that stuff out of the way, because I don't want it to melt and then seep back into the little work area. And so yeah, that's gonna suck. A little out of breath because I just went ahead and shoveled up all this snow, and I had to fill in a bunch of holes with gravel and dirt and junk like that. It's been about a week since I recorded last time, but you can see there's still a big pile of snow. The majority of it's melted away though. So I just cleared up all this crap that was here so I can make it in here. And I haven't been in here since the last time, but everything seems to be good. It's actually nice and warm in here. And I've been shoveling too, so that's probably has something to do with it. But I mean, other than that, everything else looks good. There's no moisture on the floor or anything like that, and the car looks good, so heck, I'm not gonna complain about that. So yeah, I haven't gotten a call yet about the starter. Big surprise. Like I said, it's already been a week. Well, no, I ordered it, let's see, when was it, Monday? But yeah, it's been about a week. Haven't heard anything. I guess I got to go into town and see if they ended up getting it or not, so I can see if it's the same one, because chances are great, or more than likely, it's not the right one, because that's just how things seem to be going. So I had come across these, and I had actually seen them on another car, on another channel. Right now, I have these guys. They came with the washers, the nut, and this spike. And I decided to check these out and see how they would look. So, made by VMS. I'm not sponsored by them, but thought they'd look pretty good. Let me open it up. Alright, so I just kind of have it on there. It's not even tight yet. So, but these are supposed to come with O-rings, I guess, and that's what holds these in place. And of course, they didn't come in the package. I don't know. But I kind of like the way the spikes look with that, what they call a strut brace or support. But it's, I don't know, tell me what you think. I'm kind of leaning more towards this, which means what I originally wanted to do was put these ones on here. Like I said, I didn't know that they didn't come with the nuts to actually bolt them on. But if I could put these on like this, my original plan was to put these guys, which look like this, on the front, and then in the back move the spike ones over to the rear strut assembly right back there. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, right back there, and replace those bolts or nuts that I have there, and put the spikes on that one. But like I say, I'm kind of liking the way this looks with the spikes on them. I don't know. I guess I can go either way, which is good, because when I took off the washer that I put on here, the paint cracked all over the place. So that covers the cracking as well. So that's the day in the life of a project car builder. Yeah. And they're on. I decided in the end just to go with the spiked ones, and I ordered another set of 4 for the rear, and I'll swap those out. I will reuse the washers that I had ordered that I think came... I'm not sure what these came with, if I had to order them separate or something like that, but I'm not going to end up using these guys, so I don't need those O-rings to begin with. And for some reason, I have another one of these left, and I don't know why. But I know I didn't forget any because they're all in there. So yeah, I ordered another set for the back. These are on. They look really nice. It was, I don't know, it was just missing something over that area, and I think this kind of just ties it all together. So yeah, it's looks really good. The only thing I had to do was kind of make the holes for the studs a little bit wider, because they were just a little bit too narrow. And so I just got a drill and kind of hollowed them out a little bit more, and they slid right on, and tightened them up. Everything's on there good. So yeah, these are done. So last Thursday, went down to O'Reilly Auto Parts, ordered the starter for the car after the other one burned out, and they told me it'd take about a week to come in, which I figured anyways, and they'd give me a call. Well, they never gave me a call. So today, which is Monday, I decided to go in. I just came from there now. And went, asked them, I ordered a starter a little over a week ago. Is it in yet? And the guy that was there, of course, looked it up, went to the back several times, couldn't find it, brought out the manager. They looked through the computer, and according to him, it was ordered, but it was never sent from the hub, whatever that means. So the starter's not here. And, it's kind of weird, because he's like, well, I can order and have it here by tomorrow afternoon. And it's like, well, why last Thursday it couldn't be here on Friday afternoon? Now all of a sudden, now it's going to be here the next day. So I told him no, I'm not going to wait, because I had called another auto parts place. I think it was an AutoZone, but it was a 45-minute drive away from here. And so I basically told them that I needed a starter for a certain car, and he said, well, I can order it for you, but yeah, I can have it here either this afternoon or Friday, the next day. But I had already ordered the one from O'Reilly's Auto Parts, and I figured, no, I don't want to leave those guys stuck with the starter. and get one from another place. Being a nice guy, of course. So I was like, all right. So over a week later, supposedly they didn't send it out from the hub. So I just ordered it online. Something that I didn't want to do, because if it comes in and it's the wrong one again, it's just going to be another hassle. But I had to wait a week anyways, so it was 80, like $90 for the starter. And if I bought it from like AutoZone, O'Reilly's, any auto parts store, local place, it was gonna be $140. So I figured 90 bucks. I'll order it, come in, and this time I double checked everything. I made sure it was a dual overhead cam B16. Although it was for a 1999 Honda Civic SI. I made sure it was for the dual overhead cam. So I have a sneaky suspicion that the one that I had got before was for a single overhead cam, and that's why it was different. We'll see. But yeah, I did figure out what I need to do to get some spark running through that thing. I got to pull it apart, find out which wire is going to the coil. According to all the wiring diagrams that I've seen online and through the manuals, I believe this one here, and it's not, well, okay, this one here, the black, it's supposed to be black and yellow, but since this is an aftermarket distributor, I believe it's this one, this black and white wire, because this blue one is for the tack. So I got to pull off the cover, trace it down into the coil, make sure that is the power one, and then from this point, find it on the wiring harness, trace it back to the inside, and then run it through a relay. I do have 2 more accessory switches on that switch panel that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and trace it from this point, like I say, from the coil to the inside, make sure I got the right one, and hook that one up to the switch panel, and that way I have some power going to that coil. Alright, so while we're waiting for the starter to come in, went ahead and come in. This actually came in the mail. This thing over here. Empty. Now this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 nuts, black anodized from VMS. And I didn't realize they came with the washers because I already had some, but what the heck. I got these guys. For some reason, maybe it might be just me, but I don't know, I think these look smaller for some reason. I'm not sure. Let's see. No, they're the same size. So, yeah. All right. So we got to take off these guys over here. Originally, when I first started building the car, I did everything with these orange anodized washers, and I had bought a big pack of them, and I put them kind of sporadically throughout the car. Ended up swapping all that stuff out and did the black washers and the finish cup washers like these guys. And so these are some of the last ones that are left. And that was kind of one of the things that was bugging me. That one's too tight. All right. So yeah, it was one of the things that was bugging me. One of the last things I needed to change out. So I'm going to go ahead and change these out and see what they look like. All right, there we go. That wasn't too bad. Just swap those old rusted ass things out. Put these VMS spiked ones on there. Kind of gives it a finished look. So now the back ones match the front. And we're good to go. All right, so what we're looking at here, excuse me, is the power wire or positive wire that goes into the coil. Now, luckily enough, it's actually marked there with a plus sign. So, and then I traced it out to this one. Even though it's color coded here, I wanted to make sure. So it's black and white on this side, and on the side here for the harness, they got black and yellow. And I've traced it all the way here to the inside. So I think I figured out why I'm not getting power to the coil. It's as easy as that. I mean, like I say, I never claimed to be the best at wiring. So what I'm gonna do is most likely run it. I could put it on the ignition, but I'm not sure if it's gonna have too much of a load running through this relay right here. I mean, I could run it through the accessory and then just turn on all of these, and then have the one accessory left for the headlights. Alright, so that is how you delete the idle air control valve. From what I've read online, it makes it harder to start the vehicle when it's cold, or when the weather's, the temperature is low. But I don't see me driving this car in the wintertime. So yeah, it's, most times I'll be driving it is in the summertime when it's warm and I really won't need the idle air control valve. Now what I have to do is reroute the lines that I had put over here. This guy and this one. I'm thinking I'm just gonna pull off the one that's one that is way back here. That one. Take this one off and then kind of circle it around, kind of like this guy, and then just so it's looped. That takes care of the idle air control valve problem. According to the tracking number, starter should be in on Monday. And then I can put that on and see what happens. Even though we're supposed to get some snow tomorrow, hopefully we don't get a lot like we did a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, if that everything goes good, I'll be able to put on that starter. So just doing a little bit of sanding, getting this piece of juniper ready for a bar top. But finally, starter came in. I took apart the old one, so it's here completely disassembled, to make sure that these holes are the same as these guys, and they definitely are. I used the calipers over here to get the inside measurement. Right, let's see, a little bit more. Right there. So, yeah, that's the inside measurement of that guy, and that's the inside measurement of that guy. So they're both the same. Yeah, everything looks the same. I took this one apart just to see maybe, you know, if I could fix it. This, for some reason, and I'm not sure it's because I kind of Frankenstein the other one, this plunger, which goes in to make the connection, was actually pushing this little piece out right here. Now when you push, this pushes out like that. This little arm with that groove in there comes in, pulls on a little piece that's inside there, and then moves that out just like that. And then in turn pushes this out to engage the flywheel. And for some reason this is either too far out this way, because this stays, no matter how I put it, it stays kind of engaged like that, and that's why it was getting stuck on there. Tonight, like I say, I'm gonna get home, bolt this on real quick, and then just kind of give it a quick start, see if anything's gonna happen. I don't know. It is starting to snow again over here, but luckily enough, I have the little canopy work area, but the it does get cold in there, so I don't have no way to warm it up. So you can kind of see out there snow starting to come in. So yeah, gonna go home and try to hook this on and see if it works. I won't be surprised if it doesn't, but if it doesn't start, but at least I'm one step closer. All right, so I got the starter bolted on just fine. No problems there. Got all the grounds hooked up. Signal wired on. Alright, let's try it. Well, it wants to. Not sure why it's not kicking over though. Maybe the timing? I'm not sure. But even then it would at least get going. Number 3 cylinder looks like it's getting warm. And 2. 1 is cold, 4 is cold. But I mean, I haven't gotten a lot of. Well, we're getting closer. It looked like it wanted to kick over a couple of times, but what I'm doing is I'm kind of turning off the fuel pump so I don't flood it. And then when I turn it off, that's when it kind of want to kick over. So what I'm going to have to probably do now is take off the spark plugs again and see if there's fuel in them first, and then of course check if there's spark going to them. So let's check that out. I pulled off each spark plug, checked if there's fuel to them, and there is. I don't know, maybe I just have to mess with the timing, because it seems like it wants to start, but I don't know. I don't even know how to explain this. But yeah, I'm gonna loosen up these bolts, and the battery's kind of running low on. I gotta charge it up a little bit more, and then I'll check on the timing and see how that works. Well, that's about all I can do today. Temperature's down to 25 degrees and it's freezing in here, but it's getting close. It kind of wanted to jump over a couple of times, but it feels like either it's the fuel. So I got to check that fuel pressure regulator, because when I installed it, I think I just turned it all the way off, even though when I pulled off the spark plugs, there was I could smell the fuel on them. Starter's working fine for now. It is getting a little warm, so I'm going to go ahead and just stop for today and then just continue on when it gets a little warmer, I guess.